Hola, buenos días, estudiantes. Hola, hola. So, this is an explanation of the Xiuhtezcatl Write 1. Okay, and I'm gonna have us go through the various documents that you need to utilize throughout this project. So what you're going to do here is you're going to open up Xiuhtezcatl Write, and this is Word Bank, and Xiuhtezcatl Write 1. Okay, so I have up here, as you can see, the Word Bank, and that's the thing that we're going to go to first. So when you are writing out for this project, you're going to be using these words here, and you're not limited to these words, but here's a good, what do I want to say? A good base for the words that you need. So all of these words you have to use, okay, in your write, depending on what grade you're aiming for, okay? So it's just a word bank, right? So que, hay, como, donde, quién, de donde. You want to use these words to create your questions that you're going to be asking down below. So this is your first write, and I expect there to be errors. Okay, it's nothing that needs to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect on this. I want you to, we're gonna move step by step, okay? But you're writing out using these words, sort of a narrative, okay? And using the vocab words that we already know or have learned in class, okay? So what it's going to look like is, in order to get an A on this assignment, you need 80 to 100 Spanish words in your write-up, and you need all the topics that are listed on the next page that I'm going to show you. And you have to include yourself at least 5 times in the narrative, okay? And you're going to use all but 1 or 2 of these words in the word bank, okay? All but 1 or 2 for an A, okay? And then each grade level, it goes slightly down, like in, not expectation, but like in what you need to do, okay? So a B grade, which is still a good grade, but it just depends on what you're striving for, okay? So we have 60 to 75 Spanish words. So in A, you need 80 to 100. In B, you need 60 to 75, okay? In the topics that I'm going to show you in just a moment, you can use all but 2 and still get a B. Excuse me. And you include yourself at least 3 times. For an A, it's 5. For a B, it's at least 3. Okay. You can, of course, use or talk about yourself more than 3 or 5 times, but the A is 5 or more. Okay. And then here, look at this is still a large expectation, is that you're going to use all but 4 of these words. So for an A, it's 1 or 2 you can leave out, and for a B, only 4 words to leave out. Okay, so you want to use all these words on this page. Okay, and then you get down to the C level, and if I grade your work at the end of our revisions, if it's below a C, we're gonna have to chat, okay? But as long as you put in effort in this assignment and you're doing the revisions that I ask you to, you're going to be fine. So with that said, this is the process that we're going to go through. is that today I want you to turn in, this is Thursday, January 21st, I want you to turn in whatever you have, okay? Whatever it is you have, turn it in, whether or not it's complete. And over the weekend, I'm going to look at these, and on Monday, we're going to come back to this assignment and we're going to make corrections on your work. Okay. So I'll probably tell you like what level you're at right now. And then you're going to try to exceed that level. Okay. So yes. The next thing that I want to share with you is the actual assignment details. Okay, so Xiuhtezcatl Write 1. It's all in Spanish, okay? You write in Spanish about Xiuhtezcatl, what he does and who he is, okay? And if we think about the video that we watched last week, Magic, it's a reminder, or you're going to use that setting in order to create this paper. Okay. Use the question and answer format in your writing. Your Spanish write should be similar to the short reads that we do every week or so. Excuse me. And here is what you should include. These are the topics that you need to include in your writing, okay? And what you're going to be graded on. So, first, you need to tell me his name. You need to tell where he is from, describe his looks, describe his personality, and what he has, and where he is location-wise. So that's what we're talking about when we're referring to the video, the music video that we watched. Where is he in the video, okay? And how he feels in the video as well. Okay, so number 2, the numbers got all weird, but número 2, you're going to add examples that this is the other thing that I needed to fix. He is and is not, or he has and does not have, okay? And here are 2 English examples for saying what he is not and what he does not have. So he no is brunette in English, right? This is the English version. And he no has friends, mean, antipático. Número 3. Let's see if I can actually fix this. There we go. And you're going to make sure to use the question and answer format in your writing. So just like in the short reads, here's an example. Who is Xiuhtezcatl? He is talented and creative. How many friends has Xiuhtezcatl? And remember, I am putting this in the word for word framing so that you know how to do that in Espanol. So how many friends has Xiuhtezcatl? He has a lot of friends, okay? So that's an example of back and forth when you're asking a question and answering it. So número 4, you got to include yourself in the writing, okay? So for example, am I creative too? No, I know I am creative. I am intelligent. And then be sure to use the following vocab, which is on your word bank on the page before. Okay, so who, from where, etc., etc. Okay, and here's the grading rubric again in case you need reminding. All right, so we get down here and we have the short read. I'm sorry, not the short read, the write-up space, okay? So you're going to start out by asking a question about Xiuhtezcatl. or about el video, okay? De músico. So let's say we want to go back up here and see, okay, which topic should I start with? Which topic should I start with? Okay, well, his name is really easy. So, or saying his name is really easy. So let's start there. You know, it brings us, it introduces him, and it's a good way to start. So in order to say or find out someone's name, I say, ¿Cómo se llama? And you could put el. Remember, every word counts. So now I have 4 words already out of the 80 to 100 that you need for an A. So, ¿cómo se llama él? You would say, how do we respond to that? Think about that for a second before I type it here. ¿Cómo se llama él? ¿Cómo se llama él? All right, so it's se llama Xiuhtezcatl Martínez. Okay, so that's how we answer that question. We could say more about him, but let's wait until the very end to expand on the things about him. And then we go back up here and we look at the topics again. So you already established his name. So I'm going to put a highlight. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to put a highlight on it because I already did it. And so I know where I'm at when I'm working through this. And this one, tell where he is from. Okay, so I need to tell where he's from. How do I ask? Where is he from? How do I ask that? Think about that for a second. And you can also go look at the question words here. Where is he from? Which question word do we need? ¿Qué? ¿Dónde? ¿Ay? ¿Quién? ¿Cómo? ¿De dónde? We need de dónde, right? So, de dónde, I say is, de dónde es Xiuhtezcatl? De dónde es Xiuhtezcatl? Okay, this is the last one we'll do together, and then you're going to be on your own. I want you to use these in your own write-up, and so you can do that. And then afterwards continue on your own. So, ¿de dónde es Xiuhtezcatl? Xiuhtezcatl es de Mexico. Let's say I want to put an exclamation there. Woohoo! And that's it. Now we go back to the topics, and I'm like, okay, I already said where he's from. Muy bien. Awesome. Now you do need to describe his looks. Okay, so then you go back down and you're like, how do I ask about his looks? And so you can use these words to figure out. So if you see, you have bajo, alto, grande, bonito, feliz, moreno. Okay, and so inteligente, thinking about how to answer or ask a question about looks, and then also personality, and then that's your next step. All right, reach out if you need anything. Ciao, chicos. I don't know how to stop it. Okay, here we go. Ciao.